This video tutorial is going to show you how to add a new section to your PLN, and it is in this section where you are going to set up the space for your future learning space project. So part of your PLN assignment is the future learning space, or FLS, project, where you're going to be bringing together the information that you've learned in Module 2 and through your own research, and you're going to be putting forward a plan for a future learning space in a global area that is suffering disruption at the moment. And you're going to house all of that on your PLN, and it's going to be on a new page, so it's going to both have a new section and a new page because it's separate from your blog. Okay, so it's a different task to your blog. So make sure you're in the Wix editing function, and you'll notice that you have a number of these blue circles with a white cross in, and they are places where you can actually add a new section, a whole new sort of compartment to your PLN. And I'm going to add one in between the header and my blog, and I'm going to do that by clicking on the red circle the blue circle that is in between the two. And this adds a new section. And the new section will go here where it's blue. And on the left-hand side, you've got a menu that gives you details of some of the different kinds of sections that you can have. Now, I'm going to select the projects one because the FLS, or the Future Learning Space, is a project, and the Wix gives you sort of quite a nice pre-prepared template for that. So when I click on projects, it'll give me a number of different ways of viewing the information. Now, I'm going to click on this one here, which has got 3 images at the moment. You can either click or click and drag. So I'm going to click and drag it over to the blue and let it go. And then you'll see that that particular section, which is between my header and between the blog, has now got a new section in there with 3 different elements in there. Now, for the purposes of the future learning space, I only want one element. So I only want to have one project listed. You can have as many as you want, but the one that we are focusing on for the time being is the future learning space. So I'm actually going to delete 2 of them and only keep 1. So if you go to the menu on the left-hand side, and if the menu has disappeared, you do that by clicking on the edit button next to these images. And you'll see that these 3 projects that are listed here correspond to these 3 here. So I'm going to get rid of this one and this one, which is the second mention of project and the third mention of project. So on the second one, I'm going to click on the wheel, and I'm going to delete, and then delete again. And then I'm going to click on what is now again the second project, click on the wheel, and delete. And I now just have one project listed there, which is exactly what I want. But obviously project doesn't really make an awful lot of sense, does it? So I'm going to go back and click on project, or rather click on the wheel next to it, and then I'm going to click on edit. And I'm going to give it a name. So under your item name, I'm going to call it FLS, and I might just highlight that and bold it. So highlight and bold. I'm also going to give it an item subtitle. And the item subtitle is going to be Future Learning Space. Now, if they don't appear, you want to just make sure that these little blue circles have got a tick in them. If they're unticked like this one, it hides that particular information. So close out of that. And now I'm going to publish. Then I'm going to view my site. Now if I scroll down, you can see I've got my header, I've got an icon for my future learning space, and then I've got my blog underneath. In the next video tutorial, I'm going to step you through how to make this into a hyperlinked image or icon that takes you to the page where you're going to be curating all the information about your future learning space.